forward, number 7, Nonoy Baclao. Shooting forward, number 13, Ryan Buenafe. Center, number 19, Rama Hussaini. At point guard, number 8, Baclon, Austria. And at shooting guard, number 17, Chris Cool. The head coach of the Blue Eagles, Norman Black. And now, starting for the FEU Tamarals. At point guard, number 4, Andy Baroka. Off guard, number 7, Benedict Fernandez. Center, number 17, Aldrich Ramos. Power forward, number 20, Real Cervantes. And at shooting forward, number 16, Marlon Adolfo. The head coach of the Tamarals, Glenn Capaccio. The officials for this ball game, Bobby Mendoza, Boyo Manala,
Coach Glenn Capaccio, Coach Norman Block. The set 2 on a Thursday thriller. And that's the starting 5 on your screens. Nonoy Baclao, Buenafe, Al Hussaini. And that fortress of Ateneo. These two teams split their assignments last year. The first game going to FEU 77-64 on another career game by Benedict Fernandez. And in the second game, Ateneo winning that one against FEU, but their main man during that time was Ford Arao. Different scenario for these two teams now.
That's right. This season, both of these teams trying to draw first blood in a race for the Final Four that is so tight, as we have seen so far this year. Every victory counts. Not just looking at the sweep, but just staying up there for Ateneo.
Now we're talking about streaks also as Benedict Fernandez continues on his hot streak and opens up scoring festivities in this ball game. 3-game winning streak for FEU where he is shooting close to 70% and a 5-game best winning streak, of course, for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. If FEU wins today, 3 teams will be at 5-1. That's going to be a huge win for them. Notwithstanding the emotions, circumstances, and the tragedy that already surround this FEU Tamarals team.
So far, they have managed to overcome the victory over UE, overcome the drama that has surrounded season 71 for them. They start out this ball game, back-to-back 3-pointers, as you mentioned at the top of the coverage. The best shooting team in the league with a 6-0 spurt to lead Ateneo.
40.5% as a team, league best. And Ateneo, as you pointed out in previous games, Ronnie, it's not really going to the 3-point shot as their weapon. They're only number 7 in the league, and that is their strength, going inside to their big man as they go to Raba Al Hussaini for their first 2 points.
Just the discipline, having the mindset to take high percentage shots, go for layups, go for second chance points is also the thing that made Ateneo an early success here in season 71.
I'm really interested to see how Ateneo is going to defend the 3-point line today, being the best defensive team in the league. But there, in that sequence, an Accenture high-performance 3-point shot, high-performance delivered. Benedict Fernandez on a roll for the FEU Tamarals with under 8 minutes to play. And we are back here at Araneta Coliseum. We are live and exclusively on Studio 23 as Chris Chu, not his cup of tea this year. He has been shooting really low from that area, but when he does, they come in spurts and they come in big moments.
He just knows when to take over, boom. And in their last game against Ateneo, had his best shooting day for the year. 3 out of 7 from the 3-point area. After averaging only close to 22% from the rainbow territory, he knows when to take over. He knows when he needs to score. Talking about Chris Q.
Baroka now orchestrating, getting the step on Baclon, Austria, fades away. And that's Cervantes. And again, Nonoy Baclao turning it away. Chris Chu against Fernandez. Medium range. And he apologizes to the bench. They are only behind by a solitary point.
Just confidence level for Chris Chu, although he did not find that basket. Those type of shots, Coach Norman really wants to be limited for Ateneo. He wants execution and he wants inside scoring for the Eagles.
Offensive rebound by Real Cervantes. And that will secure an appointment with the 15-foot line for 2 free throws as we go to Portia Silver, who will report for Ateneo de Manila today for our Samson courtside update.
With the Ateneo's undefeated slate, the boys have been working on their rebounds and fast breaks to harvest more wins this week. Because despite our 5-0 run, Coach Norman Tap wants his team to stay driven in hopes of crushing the FEU Tamaraos today. He said, "Read the plays of your opponents, especially since their big men are taller than ours. I want this win more than ever." Indeed, as the Ateneo celebrates St. Ignatius Day, the whole community feels our patron saint's blessings as the blue and white remains on top. Boom.
Thank you very much, St. Ignatius, patron saint of Ateneo. And based on our records running the last 6 years, Ateneo is 3-0 when they have a game on St. Ignatius Day. Interesting, huh? So thank you, Portia Silva, for that Samson courtside update. And there's an ongoing streak for them during this feast of St. Ignatius. Buenafe lines up the 3. That's his second miss. Chris Chu tapping into himself, saving the ball, but Benedict Fernandez tapping it back to Chris Chu. Again, inside points. This time, Nonoy Baclao fouled by Chris Chu.
That's just selfishness on the part of the veteran Chris Chu. Really, Boom, Nonoy Buenafe has to understand, and Ryan Buenafe has to understand that he needs to go inside the basket, needs to weave his way, play nearer to the basket.
How about Nonoy Baclao turning away another shot in this ball game? And then they go to him on the other side. Defense, offense. Nonoy Baclao, Mark Molina has mentioned in previous games, he feels in this talented Ateneo team, he is really the key to the success for this year.
Probably so. One of the best defensive anchors in the recent years for Ateneo. He leads the front line of Ateneo defensively, talking about such guys as Joe Macola, Hussaini, Nonoy Baclao, offensive humming for Ateneo once more.
Alaksan fast release, basta body paint, talabagan ang Alaksan FR Ateneo in the lead, 9-7. But they call this first time out courtesy of Samson. With Samson, imagination lives. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum for more of the 71st season of the UAP. Chris Chu to Nonoy Baclao, a PS Bank assist. PS Bank, maaasahan. That's Chris Chu finding a couple of teammates already, averaging around 2.2 assists a game for league-leading Ateneo Blue Eagles. 5:30 to play. Raba has that shot from 16 and he knocks it down.
That's the third basket coming from an extra pass from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Realizing that FEU is helping out and every time they attack the basket. Because of that, after being down 6-0, are now in the driver's seat, 11-7, 5-10 first quarter.
Albert Ramos pulling out. Maroka against Backlund, given the baseline, but he just could not finish as he explodes to the rack. On the other side, it is Buenafe. Goes to Chris Chu. Quick 3. Chris Chu is short. Maroka off to Cervantes. Raba was there waiting, sidestepping, doesn't get the roll. And the tap going back to FEU. Benedict Fernandez challenged by Chris Chu and a foul as he got clipped on the attempt.
Recognizing that Benedict Fernandez has been scorching hot as of late. Chris Chu missed last for a foul. A chance for Benedict Fernandez to push FEU closer to this 4-point deficit.
And a chance for us to go to Cristel Villart of FEU for this update.
The Tamaraos sure are prepared for a tough battle again today. Sabi nga ni Coach Glenn, natalo natin sila last year. Ngayon pa kaya na mas mature at mas experienced na tayo. As for today's game plan, Coach Glenn wants the guys to focus all throughout the 40 minutes of the ball game and put up good defense against Ateneo. He also reminded the boys that Ateneo is a good rebounding team as he expects his guards to box out on every opportunity from his guards to his big men. Finally, this game would be dedicated to our big man, Robert Cave, for this would be his last game for the Tamaraos. Boom.
Thank you very much, Cristel Villart. Another of those unexpected developments from the FEU side as he will go back to Papua New Guinea, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a major decision on the part of this young man.
Parents
sometimes decisions are made because of certain scenarios. Let's see if he will play inspired basketball today the way his teammates did in their last victory over the Red Warriors.
6-0 run by Ateneo, halted by those free throws. It is 11-9 now. That is our score. Raba, double deep, shrugs it off, puts up the hook and in.
You can't give him that side turning to his right. You have to take that away from Hussaini because not only is he tall, but he is extremely long and accurate with those right jump hooks.
Over Cave. Roca inside, nice fake. And again, a great challenge by Nonoy Baclao from behind, Ronnie.
That's what we are talking about, Boom. Being the defensive anchor, the last line of defense, always available to take away those easy lay-ins by the opponents. Really, one of the best shot blocking frontline member of Ateneo is Nonoy Baclao.
Cool and clean block. Cool plus clean, that's Nonoy Baclao from behind. A team that averages close to 5 blocks a game.
With Nonoy Baclao counting for almost 3 of those 5 blocks per ball game for Ateneo.
13-9 is our score, coming up the 4-minute mark of this first quarter. Baclao is 2 out of 3. Hussaini 3 out of 3 so far in this game. Buenafe still trying to get himself going against the sophomore J.R. Kawaling. Kawaling played him well in that sequence. Jens Yutel is now in the ball game. Kawaling to Cave. Cave puts it up. Line drive doesn't connect. Real Cervantes out of nowhere for the offensive putback.
Hussaini should keep an eye on Cervantes, who's also been playing well as of late for the FEU Tamaraws, and together with Aldrich Ramos, has also combined to really push the credibility and being special for this front line of FEU.
Cervantes already with 8 rebounds in this game, Ronnie.
Easily.
That equals the total of Ateneo with 8 as Nonoy Baclao secures an appointment in the free throw line via the 3-point play opportunity. Cervantes coming out of nowhere, averaging 4.8 offensive rebounds a game, showing us the Powerade power rebound. Sports is what you make it.
You can't just watch the shot and turn your back on Cervantes. So take a look at this nice pass coming from Salamat to Nonoy Baclao.
Huling-huli sa ating Smart Instant Replay, brought to you by Smart. Meron kasi mga big men na kaya mo i-box out na alam mo hindi sila gumagalaw or dun lang sila sa pwesto nila. And then there are the big men like FEU, UST, UE that fly to the basket.
More
Ronnie.
quick and athletic.
Yes.
Galing sa labas so hindi mo mahanap. But sometimes you just have to face guard when necessary. Just create the first contact to deny him those second chance looks and second chance opportunities.
6 points for Baclao, 3 out of 4 from the field, 2 blocks already in the game. They swing it over. Kawaling will try a 3, that's short. And it ends up with Eric Salamat. Salamat all the way! That has been the specialty of Eric Salamat, especially this year, Ronnie.
This is a quicker unit for Ateneo. Coach Norman Black having the luxury of shifting from a slow team to a quick team. That's why they have a 6-point margin to win 51 first period.
Petron fast break on your screens. Petron extra unleaded, extra mild play. Good enough for a 6-point lead with under 3 minutes remaining. Here in this first quarter, we will be back. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, the loud venue here at the heart of Cubao, Quezon City. Our obvious matchup, Chris Chu, Benedict Fernandez. The numbers and the intangibles that they bring to the table, Ronnie.
Two of the best offensive weapons here in the entire UAAP, just showing us what they can do for their respective schools. That's why their respective schools are having a lot of success here in season 71 with the first round almost done.
Couple more assignments, huh, for both teams. High tap, ends up. Paul Sana, they have a fresh shot clock, so they reset the table. Jens Yutel taking responsibility. Point guard chores for FEU. Kawaling trying to penetrate Salvin. What a great face-up defense by Nico Salvin.
This is also one primary reason why Ateneo is in a 5-game winning run. 4 blue-chip rookies playing not like neophytes at all, providing instant impact, combining with the veterans to blend in really quickly and almost trying to make a very special year for Ateneo, which will incidentally celebrate its 150th year next year as an educational institution.
They look so confident out there, don't they,
Very
Ronnie?
confident.
I mean, rookies in general in the 71st season of the UAP have really shown a lot of confidence.
Talk about guys such as Clark Bautista, Jeric Fortuna, so many players coming into play in this season.
Our Nike Hyper Play of the quarter, courtesy of Hussaini. Just do it. A minute and 43 remaining. 17-11 is still the score. And a foul on a driving against Newton. First personal. Ball on Jai Reyes.
Coach Glenn Capascio trying to find ways and means to get to the basket, simply because the frontline defense of Ateneo is so impressive, so airtight, and just denying easy layups for FEU.
Caught in our Smart instant replay, brought to you by Smart. Ateneo 1 out of 5 from the three-point area. FEU is 2 out of 5, but they are 7 out of 13 within the two-point area, while FEU 1 out of 11 within the two-point area.
Credit them to that excellent helping defense by Ateneo, just making themselves available with such guys as Nonay Baclao and Hussaini anchoring that interior defense for the Blue Eagles.
Number 1 of defensive team in the league, only allowing 60.8 points a game. FEU is not too shabby. They're number 3 in the league, Ronnie, right?
Definitely. When you talk about point differential, Ateneo is among the league's best, with a plus 14 advantage every time they set foot on court.
Wow.
And in the last 4 outings, they've only given up close to 58 points a ball game. And that's the reason why they are on top of the league as of this point in the tournament.
And by the way, that was the first turnover of Ateneo in this ball game, where they also are the league best, if I'm not mistaken.
Discipline, half-court execution, excellent defense, combined with their offensive arsenal. And that is why it's so tough to beat Ateneo in season 71.
But as we've seen, it's only early part.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
I think we all recall season 70. As we get back into this ballgame, Paul Sana making the adjustment. Offensive rebound by Ramos and a three-point play. Opportunity on another offensive rebound. 6 offensive rebounds already for FEU in this game.
Talk about Aldrich Ramos had his most productive game in their last outing, as we take a look at this nice putback coming from Ramos.
A power move brought to us by PS Bank Maasahan.
Ramos in their last ball game, producing his best scoring outing, especially in the dying moments of the ball game, hitting 2 crucial free throws to put that game away for FEU. A 71-69 heartbreaker of a loss for the UAP Warriors.
Correct. Jai Reyes enters enemy territory, kicks it out. Salamat overcooks that one and snatched away. The rebound, J.R. Kawaling sets up Ramos on the other end, but misses. Pave could not handle the possession. And Jai travels, forces the second turnover on Ateneo.
FEU showing a lot of hustle here. As you mentioned, the 3rd best defensive team in the league is going toe-to-toe with Ateneo, trying to create a lot of defensive stops.
Vincent Burke, one of our Tokyo Rookie Watch, one of our guys featured on the Tokyo Rookie Watch. Tokyo, bago rito, galing din sa eskwela ni Kurt Long, which is Faith Academy. Right? Excellent mid-range jumper this guy has. And he hasn't been able to show it yet, but when he does, and when he will be able to show it, you'll see what I mean about the stroke. Vincent Burke.
That type of a shooter is a perfect complement to inside players such as Hussaini and Joe McCollum, because when your defense collapses, can be present to launch those 12 to 15-foot jumpers that we have seen him take earlier this season.
6 out of 8 from the free throw line for FEU so far. Ronnie, what is your assessment of the second year of J.R. Kawaling so far? Obviously, a lot is expected from him. He'll play 5 years for FEU. Yeah, he won the Rookie of the Year.
Quite a slow start for J.R. Kawaling in the season 71. Has only averaged about 8 points per ball game, and we expect more from this young man. And with the sidelining of Makmak Maracael, we expect him to play more minutes for Coach Glenn Capascio, and we expect him to play better defense and deliver on the offensive end as well.
And to think that is his position pa. No, medyo may duplicity yung laro nilang dalawa eh.
Totoo yun. He had his best scoring output in their last outing, playing a lot of minutes with the absence of Maracael.
On the 3rd try, Michael Baldos earns himself a trip to the line. Nico Salvo was blocked earlier. 21 seconds remaining in this first quarter where FEU just crawled back into the lead.
That's what they have done for the entire season. Just hang in there, play tough defense, and during the last part of the ball game, you'll steal those close games. But here you find Coach Norman utilizing up to the last part of his frontline rotation, just making sure that his big guys are fresh and ready come the second half.
Mr. MVP, of course, staunch supporter, right behind the Ateneo bench. Former San Beda Red Cup, Michael Baldos, 2 for 2 on the line. They are now 2 out of 3 as a team so far in this ball game, and they snatched the lead back at 19 to 18. 21 seconds remaining. Time for one more play in this first quarter on a Thursday thriller. Big matchup between Ateneo and FEU. One is 5-0, the other one is on a 3-game winning streak. Sanga, top of the circle, rattles out. Baldo secures that one. Time for one last shot. Salama drives, loses possession, and that will do it. That was so dangerous. There's a foul, I believe. First, let's look at this play first. On your screens, our Accenture High Performance of the quarter. High Performance delivered. Masyado yata maaga yung tira na FEU,
Masyadong maaga. I really thought that they would be going for the last shot. Instead, Sanga launching a 3-point shot. And
with 6 seconds left.
Masyadong mahaba. And with a speedster such as Salamat, that is a lot of time to burn. And Ateneo here burning FEU with that last second foul. 2-point advantage for Ateneo, 2018. A chance for them to go up by 3 in the first 10 minutes of action.
Masakit ngayon.
Sakit talaga yan.
Walang nanatiling. May pinasok ni Eric Salamat yung dalawang free throw. Where they are now 4 out of 5 from the line. Second quarter is underway when we come back from this short break. Second quarter is underway. We are happy to have you with us on a Thursday, rainy, wet, soggy Thursday. So for those of you watching us on Studio 23, welcome. And of course, the ones watching us on My Sky 33, My Sky Cable 33 for the replays of our ball games. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Luke Gonzalez, Ronnie Magsano, Cristel Fillard, Portia Silva, reporting for ABS-CBN Sports for the game between Ateneo and FEU, and another turnover by Ateneo in this game. That is their third in the ballgame. They averaged 14. Your assessment of the first run?
Just a well-played defensive game there with both teams forcing each other to shoot lower than what they had in their previous outing. Of course, FEU just scorching hot from the field in their last victory over UP. Ateneo likewise has been very impressive from the outside. I think the frontline battle so far has been dominated by Ateneo. Bakla with 6 points, Hussaini with 6 points, with a little dose on the quickness of course, Eric Salamat. While for FEU, scrappy plays, going to the free throw line has been their secret to their success in the first quarter.
It is a 21-18 count to start the second quarter. Ramos looking for a friend. Benedict Fernandez has Chris Chu on him. Jens Newtel, back to Fernandez. Great closeout by Chris Chu. And Fernandez comes up short on that 3-point shot. The pitch, dangerous, very dangerous. Pinadali na ni Raba. Nakahabol na si Benedict.
Parang football throw-in kasi yun eh, hindi baseball pass. Wala masyadong puwersa. Ito yung kagandahan eh. If you miss a 3-point shot, you go back on defense, make a defensive stop. That's been a very big plus for FEU in Season 71. Ang sipag nilang dumipensa talaga.
3 turnovers now for both teams as they give away the ball to Ateneo. And Adolfo marches back into the playing court with under 9 minutes to play. Jai Reyes, Chris Chu, Michael Baldos, Eric Salamat, and Raba Hussaini in the game. They kick it out. Jai puts up the 3, rattles out again. Their percentage as a team is just going down for Ateneo, where they are 7th in the league in 3-point shots, averaging only 24.6%. Meantime, the former players from Ateneo, kahit graduate na, of course, loyal pa din. Pa-cheeseburger ka naman. Donald Slaughter, Rich Alvarez, Bugs, Pablo and Enrico Villanueva sporting their colors. And supporting their school, who are 5-0 in the 71st season of the UAAP.
Of course, those Marine Beret that you've seen a while ago, a part of the 2002 team that won the third and last championship for Ateneo. That's why this year they're looking at their fourth. But of course, FEU trying to get their 20th. They slipped the UAP.
But this year, they're really just going to try to get themselves into playoff contention. Remember, they were eliminated last year.
In the last 2 years.
Oh, tama. Doon sa ating step ladder format.
Oh.
8:19 to play. We throw it over to Portia Silva from Ateneo for a Samsung courtside update.
Be aware of your movements on the court. Run down and execute your shots well. These words of Coach Norman Black are pushing the team to dominate today's match as he relies on the big man to exhibit more force and tenacity in terms of ball handling. More importantly, Coach Black is asking Eric Salamat to anticipate the Tamarao's actions. The game has just begun, but as always, it's never too early for Team Ateneo to impress spectators and intimidate their opponents. Boom!
Thank you, Portia, for a Samsung courtside update. A block on the nice move by Hussaini. Fernandez open for the three. Christiu again following him. Fernandez so far not as hot as before. 7:48 to play. Let's go to the other side. If Cristel Filart is ready for FEU. Cristel?
Huwag kayong magmadali, as Coach Glenn told his boys. Sabi nga niya, there is no need to rush our shots. For all we need to do right now is to move that ball more and find our open man. Also, he told the guys that their outside shots are off right now. So he wants them to drive to the basket and probably get some fouls from Ateneo. As for defense, Coach wants the boys to pressure the backcourt of Ateneo. Boom.
And look at them struggling as Cristel gives us our Samsung courtside update. FEU, as she mentioned, Ronnie, 2 out of 9 from the three-point area.
The thing that these two squads are two of the most disciplined teams in terms of shooting, just taking high percentage shots, but today both relying on the long court. I think this is one key adjustment for both coaches during the course of the game.
Oh, major collision between two tough guys, Eric Salamat and Mark Baroka, who, by the way, lead the league together in steals. They're #1 in steals, both of them.
And both good rebounding guards as well. Of course, Mark Baroka has been the anchor on the backcourt for Coach Glenn Capascio, while Salamat provides a lot of hustle and spark in the backcourt for the Blue Eagles.
Christiu finding Salamat, corner pocket shot, gets it to go.
Only the second three-point basket for Ateneo. I really felt that NU exposed a certain weakness in the game of Ateneo in their last outing. That's why now FEU trying to drop to a 1-2-2 zone defense. Try and push Ateneo to take more outside shots, play away from their strength, and so that FEU can outrun them if they get those missed shots.
Salamat now leading all scorers, Ronnie, 7 points. Fernandez trying to set up Ramos, but again, the inferior defense of Ateneo forcing that 3-second infraction.
7 points for Eric Salamat as Christiu once again finding a friend. Has been so unselfish. That's a sign of very good leadership for Christiu.
3-point Accenture high-performance shot, high-performance delivered, courtesy of Eric Salamat. They are 2 out of 9, both of them, from the 3-point area. And from the 2-point area, Ateneo 7 out of 16. FEU still struggling at 2 out of 16.
Because of the excellent defense of Ateneo from the get-go, we really expect a very low-scoring game simply because we have two of the best defensive teams here in the UAP playing against each other. Ateneo trying to go for win number 6 and move a game away from sweeping round number 1, while FEU trying to go for 4 consecutive victories and trying to force a leadership among Ateneo, LaSalle, and the Tamaraos.
Salamat on your screens. Champ of the game, leading contender, Big Burger goodness like no other. 8 minutes, 7 points, 2 out of 3 from the field, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line.
Yes, finished the first quarter with 2 free throws, started the second quarter with a 3-point shot. And Hussaini, who has 6 points in the ball game, scoring is 7, just has gotten so strong in the recent years. And just has gotten so much better. I think more confident with the entry of guys such as Buenafe, even Bird. Those rookies also have added a lot of fuel to the fire for Ateneo.
Knocks down 2 free throws. Good enough for a 7-point lead. That is the biggest lead of the ball game for either team. At 26-19. Alispo tried to set up. Marlon Adolfo. Foul is called on a Blue Eagle. 6:10 remaining here. You get the feeling, Ronnie, na jump pa lang itong
Pareho. Parang, no? Parang feeling out half.
Oh,
Kahit
no?
tapos sa isang quarter. Pero ang nakikita kong kaibahan talaga, Ateneo is issuing the extra pass. While FEU, every time they penetrate, they just attack the defense of Ateneo. He has really been solid all throughout this ballgame. But Ramos knocking in that nice jumper there.
He finds a stroke to cut the lead down to 5. 26-21. Andres Ramos, the leading shot blocker for FEU. Timeout button is pressed at the 5:46 mark. This one brought to us by Samsung, with Samsung Imagination Lives. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, and again the UAP would like to thank Powerade. Boom Gonzalez together with Coach Ronnie Magsanok, and we are witnessing a major drought from the field by FEU. Only one field goal made since the 1:04 mark of the first quarter, Ronnie.
That's a long time
Grabe.
for an excellent shooting team such as FEU. That's just a testament to the wonderful preparation of Ateneo today. But also FEU not doing badly either on the defensive end.
Na biyayaan si Raba Hussaini there. 10 points, 4 out of 5 from the field. 6 rebounds, the leading scorer in the game.
Rewarded, although he lagged behind defensively, has scored 5 points this quarter to go with the 3-point shot of Salamat, and they have outscored FEU in the second quarter, 7 against 3.
And the drought continues for the Tamaraos. Salamat. Oh, what a move by Eric. Misses out on the finish, and a foul called. No, a traveling infraction called as players got tangled up underneath.
That time around, interior defense of FEU coming into play, denying any access to the basket for the Ateneo team.
From FEU, you're looking at Kim de Guzman, 16 years old, our Silverworks Girl of the Day. Be cool, be proud. Silverworks Team Spirit Collection. 4:40. Alispo will try his hand. Rims out. Still no go for FEU. And Derek Salamat got hit on the jaw. Kanina pa yan, ano?
Malamang. And until such time as FEU finds a zone buster to break this 2-3 zone defense of Ateneo, I don't think Coach Norman will shift his defense, especially here in this quarter, as he has limited FEU to only 3 points courtesy of Aldrich Ramos, while shutting down the shooters of FEU from the wings and those 3-point shooters from the top and from the corners.
4:24 remaining. Baclao is back in the ballgame. Ryan will try again for 3. Siya naman ang inaalak para sa Ateneo. Adolfo. Bacon was there to close it out. 16 on their 24 as we come up the 4-minute mark of this first half. Ramos is the lone guy, has been able to knock down a couple of jumpers.
It's 5 points in the quarter for Ramos, pushing his total to 8 markers. Has been the only guy scoring well and shooting well for the Tamaraos.
Tamaraos are 6 of 28 from the field, while Ateneo is 11 out of 29.
Hussaini once again just so near the basket, and when he catches that ball underneath, it's automatic. Defense of FEU should step up, put the cuffs against Hussaini.
And he's shooting 5 out of 6 so far.
That's too much, way too much, way too much.
Baclao, looking to swing, he says, why don't I shoot one here? Nothing there. Baclao tries to get it again. A battle inside, won by FEU at the 3:20 mark. They are behind by 7. And they're looking to shoot from 3 once again, and that one finds it smart. And that's Paul Sanga from the corner for his first 3 points.
Very important development there for FEU. Finally, they knock in something from the outside. Paul Sanga struggling this season, only 2 points per ball game, 12% from the 3-point area. They need somebody who will deliver from the long court and from the perimeter.
And this is his first season to be 100% healthy, ano, Ronnie?
Nagkaroon siya ng torn ACL in season 70. It takes a while really to get your confidence going. At yung takot mo na hindi ka na masaktan ulit, minsan ang hirap burahin.
Mental aspect of it.
Ito, yun.
2:35 to play. Chris Chu using the roadblock, sets up backward. Ryan thought about it, drives baseline, drives hard, and is fouled. And that's how you want your players to go. You go with everything in.
Yes, after launching too many three-point attempts in the first half, Buenafe finally having the mindset of attacking the basket for the Eagles.
How about Sanga with an Accenture High Performance 3? High Performance delivered. Another timeout on the floor brought to us by Samsung. When Samsung imagination lives. Back here at the ball game as we look at a Head and Shoulders crucial stop. His mind is definitely on the game with Head and Shoulders stop Dandruff from coming back. As Rabah Hussaini puts it up and in.
First man in double digits today. Hussaini already with 12 markers. Talking about Ryan Buenafe, boom, coming off a three-point production in their last outing against NU. Did not buy a basket from the field. Did not shoot so well. Once again in today's ballgame, had a lot of three-point attempts. For someone who shot only 8 attempts in their first 5 games, Buenafe should understand that his game is predicated on his strength in attacking the basket, in going to the free throw line.
He gets 2 there. He's shooting 0 out of 6 from the field today.
Struggle talaga, especially pag rookies. Certain humps and bumps that they face on their way to being a major stars here in the UAP.
And you know he's a star in waiting, Ronnie.
Star na nga agad eh.
8 on the 24 for FEU. They are behind by 6. Kawali trying to maneuver. Gets inside, traffic, and Chris Chu takes it away. Chris Chu maintaining his dribble. Chris Chu setting up Rabah Hussaini, who is 6 out of 8 from the field. 14 points for the big man from the Blue Eagles side.
Quick adjustment there by Coach Norman Black, extending the defense of Ateneo all the way out to the three-point line. What about Hussaini outrunning the wingman of Ateneo? Masyadong masipag talaga, kaya naman he has been rewarded time and time again with those high-scoring opportunities.
Doing his own version of a Ford Araw. Running the break. Eto naman ang tigada mula sa labas. From FEU, that's June Alispo rather. That is his shot. And this is the shot that's keeping them in the game.
Even if you try to attack the basket, and the big guys of Ateneo are there, instead you have to take what Ateneo gives you.
Alispo taking it. They're behind by 5 with 70 seconds remaining. Kawali goes to his right. Oh, too fancy.
Ayaw ni Coach Glenn ng ganyan. Napatalikod si Coach Glenn. A game so crucial as this one. High percentage passes, high percentage offense is what Coach Glenn Capascio demands from his young unit.
A win today will force a triple tie for first place. So I'm sure Masalians are watching this game and are rooting for FEU. As Cervantes puts it in.
FEU, after struggling in the first 8 minutes of this quarter, boom, with their scoring race, suddenly has found the basket. Because of that, they're only down by 3 markers, 34-31, heading into the last 42 seconds of the first half.
Chris Chu, time for around 3 plays, barring any hits and a turnover. Yes, a turnover completed. This is Tanuay. And back-to-back turnovers. 3 on none. Hussaini puts it in. Rabah Hussaini, 16 points on 9 of 11 shooting from the field.
Defense against defense.
That's 8 out of 10 shooting from the field.
80%. Yan, kaya ko i-compute yan. 36-31 for Ateneo. FEU excellent defense. Ateneo defensive execution likewise.
By 3 by Cervantes, rattles out. And no more time remaining. Nabuhayan ng konti ang crowd dito sa Araneta, especially from the blue side of things, Ronnie.
For the first time, we've seen the crowd of Ateneo standing up. Happy with the last part of that first half. And also for FEU, they need a lot of energy heading into the last part of this matchup.
Our Nike Hyper Play of the quarter, just do it. Rabah Hussaini, 16 points. I stand corrected, 7 out of 9 from the field. Good enough for a 5-point lead for the Blue Eagles, who are looking to be 6-0 in Season 71 of the UAAP. We'll be back with halftime here at the Araneta Coliseum.
amazing performances from the Ateneo Blue Bubble Battalion back-to-back with the FEU cheering squad. This cheer dance exhibition was brought to us by Samsung, because with Samsung, imagination lives. More of UAAP Season 71 when we come back right here on Studio 23.
Welcome back to the Araneta Coliseum. We are at the half, and we find Ateneo ahead by 5, 36-31. It hasn't been pretty basketball, but Ateneo has proven in Season 71 of the UAP. They've been involved in a couple of games here in the UAP, wherein it hasn't been a great offensive game, but they've been able to pull off some wins, and it has been their defense that has kept them going here with a 5-game winning streak.
Likewise for FEU, and that's why today we're witnessing quite an ugly ball type of a scenario between Ateneo and FEU. But I'm sure that these two coaches won't mind that this is a low-scoring game for as long as their respective school comes out on top. And in the first half, Ateneo finishing with a 5-point margin on excellent high-scoring percentage shots, while FEU relying on their three-point shooting and their free throw shooting to stay close to the Blue Eagles.
As we look at the struggles of the Tamaraos, the numbers on your screens, 9 out of 35, while Ateneo a little better at 13 out of 36. But the inside points, as we mentioned, again, the #1 team averaging 37.2 inside points. Ateneo already over halfway there at 22.
With Raba Hussaini accounting for 16 of those 22 points. Although Ramos and Cervantes has also been anchoring the offense for FEU. Turnover points is one thing also that hurt FEU in the first half. A lot of turnovers converted by Ateneo through layups. And I think if FEU can limit those easy points coming from Hussaini point blank and limit those layups coming from guys such as Salamat, then this will be a much closer game heading into the last few minutes of action.
Of course, that's easier said than done, as always, in the UAAP. As we would like to thank Powerade again for supporting the 71st season of the UAAP. Boom Gonzalez, Coach Ronnie Magsanok for ABS-CBN Sports. We are glad to have you with us, and we expect an even tighter second half with so much problems in terms of offense for FEU. They're still just behind by 5. As we look at Raba Hussaini, you pointed out the 16 points of the 22 inside points are leading contender for champ of the game. But I was making that point about FEU shooting miserably, but still just behind by 5, Ronnie.
And those are attributes of a good team. The ability to stay close, the ability to win games, even if you struggle offensively, for as long as you have excellent discipline on the defensive end, then you give yourself a good chance of winning any type of a ball game.
Again, #1 and #3 team in terms of allowing points. But an 8-point differential, though, between them. Although they are 1 and 3, 60.8 and 68.8. Medyo malaki yun if you really think about it, Roger.
That is because of that 72-45 win by Ateneo over Adamson. That really pulled up their defensive average. And I think from that game on, that was a special springboard that Coach Norman Black used, that his boys was able to rally around that 45-point production that they gave up defensively. And after that, it's been really a very stingy offense that Ateneo has employed in their last 4-game winning run.
Hey, looks familiar. Mark Isip, and to your right, of course, Denok Miranda, featured as our Apeton built body. Apeton helps build your body. It's easy to gain weight.
Be true to your school. Part of the 2003 champion team for Coach Koy Banal. A lot of special memories also for these two young men. Bibigay suporta rin para sa FEU, katulad nila Rich Alvarez, Enrico Villanueva at si Bugs for Ateneo.
That is the projected next Denok Miranda you saw earlier. Mark Baroca. Fernandez has not had the hot hand today. Nonoy Baclao, the second best shot blocker of Season 71 so far. As we look at Stephanie Antiongson, 17 years old from FEU, our Samsung fan of the game. With Samsung, imagination lives. Back to live action as third quarter is underway. Ateneo with possession. Austria will try his hand at a 3. That's off the mark. It will stay with the white shirts of the Blue Eagles, who are looking to go to 6-0 if they win and establish a little more space between themselves and LaSalle and FEU. FEU's lone defeat coming from LaSalle, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Early in the first round, but after that, they have strung up 3 consecutive victories to really turn skeptics into believers.
They won against Adamson, lost to LaSalle, and then went 3-0 as a foul is called on an inside attempt. Starting for FEU, Baroka, Sanga, Fernandez, Tanuan, and the last game that we're going to see, the native from Papua New Guinea, Mr. Robert Cave, as he will go back to his homeland after today. Sanga. Swing it to Fernandez. Space to shoot. And he gets it to go.
Just needs small space to launch that 3-point attempt. And that is one aspect of the game that FEU had in the first half. One primary reason why they were able to stay close to Ateneo, even if they did not shoot the ball well from the 2-point area. They shot 12 points out of the 31-point production from the Rainbow territory.
Let's go to Portia Silva for a halftime update, courtesy of Ateneo de Manila. Portia.
The Blue Eagles are still looming in the horizon as they beat the Tamaraws during the first half, and the boys will continue to take over this match as Coach Norman Black demands everyone to improve their outside shooting. The goal for every game is to do better, so work it, guys. Take control and shoot the ball, he said. Also, we will be missing Eric Salamat for this half since he broke his jaw. With this kind of performance, Team Ateneo is giving its supporters more reasons to hail Blue Eagle the King. Boom!
That is a major development, Ronnie. Eric Salamat, as Paul Sanga takes the lead for FEU, though it giving them a 37-36, his second triple of the ball game. And our fourth lead change, Ronnie, and the effect on Eric Salamat.
Oh, very big, very big. Salamat being sidelined here in the second half. Coach Norman loses the spark coming off the bench. In the first half, he scored 7 out of the 9 total bench points for Ateneo. And I think his steadiness down the stretch will also be missed by Ateneo. His toughness defensively and his quickness. Something that he brings so well to the table for the Eagles.
The FEU crowd is getting into this now, Ronnie, as they have taken the lead. They have 15 on their 24. They find Fernandez inside, and he draws a foul and will go to the free throw line.
When you make your 3-point shots and the defense extends all the way to the 3-point line, then you can attack the basket. 2 3-point baskets in the third quarter, and suddenly FEU just down by 1. As Sanga and Fernandez delivering from the long court for FEU.
Delivering an Accenture high-performance 3-point shot. High performance delivered. Now Fernandez, marked man in this game against UE in the third quarter. He scored 10 points against UST, 6 points. And we'll see what he will do in the third quarter of this game, where he usually starts heating up. And obviously I jinxed him again. Benedict Fernandez, Jai Reyes on your screens. He is 2 out of 4 from the line. Really not yet getting his touch today.
For the season, only a little over 50%. One weakness in the game of Benedict Fernandez that he really needs to work on, especially coming into the second round, where games will be played at a close type ball game. Kailangan mo yung mga ganyan, lalo sa dulo.
Battle for the loose ball, and Raba Hussaini continues to flex his muscle underneath.
Would have been an end-one opportunity for Hussaini with his 20th point of the ball game. A season high for Hussaini, perhaps a glimpse of what he was able to show us, scoring 18 points and 17 rebounds early in the first round.
The tap going back to FEU. Fresh shot clock to work with. Tanuan, Sanga, Baroka steps back from 16. And Raba nahuli. Tumulak. So it will be FEU ball. And speaking of FEU, let's go to Cristel Fillard. Cristel.
During the huddle at halftime, Coach Glenn was asking his boys, ano ang problema natin? Bakit nyo kailangang magkanya-kanya? As he was very disappointed with his team as they were not playing according to their system. There is no ball movement, that's why the Tamaraws cannot execute their plays and keep settling for those outside shots. Patience would be key for the ball game as Coach Glenn emphasized that they need to be patient with their shot selection. Now going to the second half, sabi nga ng team, let's forget about the first half and start playing within our own system. Boom.
Thank you, Christelle, for that Samsung courtside update. I'm sure both coaches had their
Emphasized certain points.
Hussaini again! He is unstoppable right now. 22 points for Rabah Hussaini.
78% from the field in the first half.
Wow.
100% here in the third quarter. 6 points coming from Hussaini, scoring all the points of Ateneo. Just like that, a 5-point margin once again for the Blue Eagles.
And adding to the inside points of Ateneo right now. And a 5-point lead, 42-37. Baroka draws the foul on a bailout play.
And the rest of the big men of FEU should understand that Hussaini's confidence is sky high this season. Take him away from his strength. Push him away from the basket because when he's that near under the basket, he's automatic.
Power move brought to us by PS Bank. PS Bank maasahan 10 out of 13 from the field for Rabah Hussaini. In the meantime, free throws for Mark Baroka.
Free throws together with three-point shooting has been what's keeping FEU in this ballgame against the frontline dominance of Hussaini. So frontline for Ateneo, three-point shooting for FEU, and free throw accuracy as well.
I just saw Eric Salamat saying goodbye to his teammates on the bench. I guess he's going straight to the hospital now.
Probably, most probably.
Broken jaw.
Mahirap yan. Masakit yan.
Masakit. Mas masakit to para sa FEU. 24 points, career high, 11 of 14 shooting. His previous career high was 21 points, and that was last year. And now he is up at 24, and he is unconscious right now. He doesn't even know what he's doing.
He's in the zone, talking about Hussaini picking up where fourth arrow left off. But if you're Coach Glenn Capascio, what adjustments are you going to make to take away these point-blank attempts from Hussaini? Do you put the body? Do you stay home on Hussaini?
PS Bank assist. At PS Bank, maaasahan. Coach Norman Black still complaining with a 6-point lead, 44-38. We have a Samsung timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, as we look at a Coke moment, ang sarap dito. The Ateneo Blue Eagles, all of the 8 points here in the third quarter coming from Rabah Hussaini at 4-4 shooting.
Show some love dun. Show some love. Baklaw to Kirk Long, but here in the third quarter, 8 points for Rabah Hussaini. Something has got to give here in the defense of FEU. They only allow about 66 points per ball game, but here with still 5 and 57 in the third, Ateneo with Hussaini anchoring the offensive end. 44 points already for the Blue Eagles. And let's see what Coach Glenn Capascio has up in his sleeves to finally put the cuffs on Hussaini.
Maki Escalona, Johan Luchico, JC Ental, of course. You know, the 11 out of 14 of Rabah, Ronnie, has matched the 11 out of 41 of FEU as a team.
Wow.
11 out of 41 from the field. Hussaini's 11 of 14. Dizzying numbers for Rabah. Kirk sends it out. Austria. And he travels.
That's just excellent defense on the part of FEU. Closing out long, cutting the angle, recovering, and forcing Austria to take steps there. 44-39, 5 minutes and 35. Unlike the first half, wherein there was flat electricity. Here in the third quarter, everybody's alive, including us.
Yep, and including the crowd here at the Big Dome. For your Thursday thriller, we are live, and it is exclusive, courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports. As Sanga settles for the three, rattles out. Rabah Hussaini, alongside his 24 points, 14 rebounds already. Hindi ko na nga makita dito sa score sheet.
Isa lang talaga halos yung kumakain dito for Ateneo. Three-point shooting also for Ateneo has been a struggling part of their ball game today. Frontline scoring has been their main weapon so far against FEU.
Jollibee Barkada of the day, Jollibee Crispy Fries. Ang Best Friends Fries, have your pictures taken at the Jollibee Barkada booth and get a chance to win cool gadgets. You likened him and you compared him to Ford Arau, picking up where Ford Arau left last year. The win by Ateneo over FEU, Daro was the main man in that game at 22 points, 7 out of 8 from the field, 8 out of 8 from the free throw line. So, tama-tama yung sinabi mo, he's picking up from where Daro left last year.
Kasi parehong team yung kalaban ng FEU. I mean, ng Ateneo against FEU. Same lineup.
That's right.
And the front line identifying that they can outplay the front line of FEU simply because of their size and their heft.
Baroka looking for a friend with 10 on the 24. Baroka settles for the sidewinder. That rattles out again. There has been no such luck for FEU from the field. Long puts it away. Boy, did he sky for that one.
A very seldom fast break attack that we have seen throughout this ball game. But Jai Reyes on the money with that nice look. 46-39 this quarter. Ateneo with 10 points in the third. FEU so far with 8 markers.
Remember, FEU not playing or playing without Mac Baracael. He's already, well, is that confirmed now out for the season?
Most probably.
Season, his last season, if I'm not mistaken, as Raba holds down his 15th rebound. 2 FEU players on the floor. Chris Chu takes advantage on the other end.
Frontline scoring, turnover points, fast break points. Defense of FEU slackening a bit in the last 2 minutes or so. They're down by the biggest margin, 48-39.
Here's a Petron fast break. Petron extra unleaded, extra mile play. Ateneo is on a run. Their biggest lead of the ball game at 9 as we go into a Samsung timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, FEU trying to draw inspiration from the crowd here, trying to keep them, get them going. But really, Ateneo on a run, a 12-2 run. Caught there in our smart instant replay. 10-0 from the fast break department. And the drought continues for FEU. That 2 points in the 12-2 run only via the free throw line. And the last field goal they made was at 8:35 of this third quarter. That was the Sanga 3 that you pointed out, Ron.
Yes. FEU's field goals in the third quarter coming from 2 3-point baskets. One from Benedict Fernandez, the other from Ron Sanga. However, FEU giving up a lot of point-blank shots, a lot of easy layups that Ateneo converted. Kaya taas ng percentage ng Ateneo. At kung titignan mo yung shot chart ng Ateneo after this ball game, makikita mo talaga FEU's solid defense underneath is not quite present. Not quite present today.
Shot chart na yan, namamagayan doon sa loob.
Oh yeah, makikita mo bumubukol na yan.
Baroka, wild pass. Kawaling saves it. Under 3 minutes to play on this third quarter that has seen Ateneo heat up. Tanuan, double team on him. Nice closeout by Ateneo. They swing it to the other side. Nutel finds a crease. Cervantes, Baroka for 3, gets it to go, and again, they go to the 3-point shot. His second of the ball game.
Coach Glenn Capascio motioning hallelujah there. That's the extra pass, I think, is something that he is looking at with his team. Movement of the basketball from the right to the left or from the left to the right. Tapos may malilibre na silang kasamahan.
Power rate, power rebound, power rate sports is what you make it. Raba Hussaini, 15 rebounds to go along is 24 points. Don't they miss Mac Baracael in this sequence?
Especially in this type of a ball game, a half-court type of a game. You sorely miss the leadership and the offensive skills of your Mac Baracael.
That's an Accenture high performance 3, high performance delivered. And then, you know, when you go to the numbers of Baracael, what they're missing against Ateneo, he's averaging 16.5 points, 5 rebounds per game in the 2 games that he played against Ateneo last year. So malaki talaga.
Ang hinahanap ko pa rito sa FEU is steady scoring from the wing. Their wingmen have not delivered consistently here today. Guys such as Ron Sanga, J.R. Kawaling, and Benedict Fernandez. Meron pero manaka-naka. Hindi dire-diretso talaga. And that's why Ateneo still in the driver's seat by 6. 48-42. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the third quarter.
48-42, but as miserable as they've been from the floor and the field as we look at Coach Dindo Pumaren, it is still 48-42.
Yun ang nakakatakot sa FEU. Their ability to hang tough. Their defense may not be rock solid today, but it's still there. The discipline is still there. Kaya lang talagang mabigat din ng Ateneo. Finding the driving lanes, and they have found Hussaini playing a special game here today.
Nice takeaway. Tanuan this time will not make a mistake. Earlier, he bobbled the ball. This time, he made sure on it.
That is what they need, a spark lang. A player who will give them energy can be the
Oh.
South Jack the new one.
Almost a turnover. Ateneo with 14 on their 24. Jai settles down the troops. That's the score on your screens. And the time remaining in the third. Jai settles for a top of the three, top of the circle three. And what a crucial three from Jai Reyes, who is averaging 20% from that area.
And when you are late to recover to your man, such as Jai Reyes, who can shoot it from the three, Nutel will be burned. And he was burned in that particular sequence.
Nice inside play. And a pretty play. And the reward is a three-point play opportunity. At first,
Probably the prettiest play inside for FEU. Bihirang-bihira.
and what about the pilferage job by Tanuan here? May konting-tonting pa na hindi nakita na referee. And head and shoulders, crucial stop. His mind is definitely on the game. Not Dandruff, with head and shoulders stop Dandruff from coming back. And that was a PS Bank assist. PS Bank maaasahan. I say that because I remember a couple of times Eric Salamat was called for a technical for the exact same thing.
He does that always, talking about Eric Salamat. But we have to point out that Salamat will be missing the entire second half, leaving the game after suffering a broken jaw late in the second quarter.
They go inside. And their meal ticket has been Raba Al-Hussaini.
Outstanding game for Al-Hussaini. So disciplined, picking his spots well. But where is the help defense of FEU? Front him, push him away from the basket. Do something to take away the scoring rampage here of Al-Hussaini.
Outside shot not connecting for FEU. A couple of plays for us here with 33 seconds. 53-46 is our score. Ateneo's 3 out of 18 from the three-point area. The last one coming from Jai Reyes, splits the double team. Jai handing it over to Ryan Buenafe, who's 0 out of 6 from the field. He recovers, puts it up, 0 out of 7, but no problemo. Raba Al-Hussaini is picking up scraps.
And mucho problema for FEU as Al-Hussaini almost outscoring the entire FEU team in the third quarter. 55-46.
20 rebounds, 28 points for Raba Al-Hussaini, and he stops that. And he has a defensive stop at the last play of the third quarter. As we look at our Nike Hyper play of the quarter, just do it. 55-46, that matches the biggest lead of the ball game for Ateneo. Raba Al-Hussaini, 20 rebounds, 13 out of 17 from the field, 28 points. Our Accenture high performance of the quarter features him. High performance delivered. Can he keep it up? That question will be answered when we come back. Back here at the Ateneo Coliseum, where we feature a Jack and Jill fantastic moment. Life's fun with Jack and Jill, life's fun with the UAP, and we return with fourth quarter action. And the main story, Raba Al-Hussaini, let me check that, 19 rebounds, 28 points, and he was going for 29 and 30, but those 28 of the 36 inside points of Ateneo, Ronnie, they're averaging 37 inside points, number one in the league.
Wow. And that is why Al-Hussaini was played with bottomless energy here today.
Portaro,
Oh, pretty much the way he started out the first quarter, running with that speed, just anchoring that lead post attack for Ateneo. 28 out of the 55 points of Ateneo coming from Raba. That's more than 50%. The question is,
can he sustain it?
can he sustain it?
And can Ateneo also fend off this pesky FEU team?
That's right. And another question right now for FEU this time is how will Coach Glenn Capascio defend against Al-Hussaini in this crucial fourth quarter?
It is 56-46. That's the biggest lead of the ball game, but erased by J.R. Kawaling, who knocks down a crucial three. J.R. Kawaling finally finding his stroke, where he is shooting 46% beyond the arc. Buenafe all day to shoot, 0 out of 8 in this game.
Very cool shot selection today for the rookie. They will give him that shot instead of them allowing him to get inside the basket.
Here comes FEU, they go back to Rick Kawaling, stepping back. Inside to Real Cervantes, gets the roll.
Getting the benefit of the bounce and two plays in instigated by J.R. Kawaling. First a three-pointer, analyzed, look underneath, just like that. FEU only down by 5, 56-51.
Oh, what a move! What a play!
Hussaini!
A sensational look by Kurt Long to Rabah Al-Hussaini, 30 points and 19 rebounds.
Is there such a thing as a perfect game in the UAP? If there is such, then Rabah is playing the game of his life here today. 30 points, 20 rebounds. Amazing.
There is only one guy who has done 20-20 in season 71 so far, and that is Jervy Cruz in a losing effort in their first outing.
Probably Boom sending a strong message to Jervy Cruz that his reign as MVP is quite shaky at this point. 58-53, Ateneo by 5.
And Al-Hussaini, Ronnie, has eclipsed JV Castro's 29-point output, the highest output in this season so far with his 31 points.
In the whole 7 minutes and 50 left here in the final quarter. Just a nice look.
Gotta look at that again. Pretty play.
It's a difficult catch.
Exquisite looking pass coming from Kurt Long. An exquisite PS Bank assist. PS Bank maasahan. Let's send it over and assist it to Portia Silva from Ateneo de Manila University.
Take away this game already. Presence of mind on the court, guys. Coach Norman Black said, for as this match is almost over, Team Ateneo lingers in the zone to make sure they end this game with a bang. Also, during the huddle, Captain Christian told his boys, tulungan natin ang isa't isa. Walang maglalaro para sa sarili niya. Defense, guys. Team defense. Truly, the Blue Eagles are more than determined to take home their 6th straight win for this season. Boom.
Thank you very much, Portia Silva, for a Samson courtside update. Kurt Long short on the 3. Do not count out this FEU team, the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league. This is only a 2-possession lead. They go inside. Adolfo finds the range.
Without Al-Hussaini there to combine with Nonoy Baclao, frontline defense will be a little weak for Ateneo at this stage, and FEU just bouncing on that, just down by 3, 58-55.
7 minutes and some loose change remaining in this 4th and final quarter. Christian has been quiet. And a good thing. Salva misses. Christian again puts it up. Still no go on 3 opportunities. And again, breathing down the necks. FEU. Short stab. Nothing there. That would have been huge.
6-44. This is where FEU is so dangerous. The ability to hang tough, the ability to stay close and utilize their defense to try and steal this game in the clutch.
Let's go to Christelle Fillard from FEU.
It's the last quarter of the ball game, and Coach Glenn sure wants to see his boys in their best forms right now, as he wants them to triple up their efforts. Sabi nga niya, mahaba pa ang oras. Kaya pa nating manalo dito kung maglalaro lang tayo ayon sa sistema natin. As per defense, he wants the guys to box out on Rabah Al-Hussaini and get him out of the shaded area. Boom.
Well, thank you very much for that Samson courtside update. Well, Rabah is out of the shaded lane and out of the playing court right now. He's on the bench. A much-deserved rest. 17-footer from Nonoy. And now percentages dropping for Ateneo.
Especially now that their best offensive option, Al-Hussaini, is not on the floor. Who do you go to in the clutch on offense for Ateneo at this stage?
That's right. In the meantime, FEU growing confident with every shot. Cave puts up the 3. Doesn't get the bounce. And it will be FEU possession to the delight of this FEU crowd who are rocking the Araneta Coliseum.
And it seems like today that the mindset of FEU is that they will live and die with the 3-point shot.
Let's look at this Smart Instant Replay brought to us by Smart. Ramos! And now FEU is within whispering distance of the unbeaten Ateneo Blue Eagles, who are flirting as they go back to Rabah. Short on that one, he will go to the line. Ateneo is 1 out of 5 in the 4th quarter so far.
Yes, without Al-Hussaini on the floor, FEU going to town. And the defense of Al-Hussaini was tested there, fresh off the bench. Just a 1-point deficit that FEU is facing heading into the last 5:44 of this ball game.
We saw that on our Smart Instant Replay with 5:54, 5:44 remaining in this ball game. FEU is 4 out of 7 from the field today, here in the 4th quarter at least. Rabah again, no such luck. And a push Ball on Chris Chu. And a chance to snatch the lead.
Finally, somebody offering stiff resistance to Hussaini. That shot was taken away from the basket, not going to the basket. Now FEU, which just lingered around, hovered around, trailing for most part of this ball game, will have a chance to get the driver's seat in the last 5:35 of the fourth.
We've only had one deadlock in this game, and that was at 7. Right now, FEU looking to take the driver's seat. They swing it to Fernandez, who has been ice cold in this game. Baroka, the handoff. Fernandez stepping back, no space. Cave will try a 3. Overshoots that one. So the lead still with the white shirts. 5 minutes and loose change remaining in this fourth and final quarter. A main event for your Thursday thriller. Jai puts on the move. Raba, the nice fake, drives hard. Doesn't get the roll, but he gets the foul.
You just have to admire the smartness today of Hussaini. Defense recovering long, attacking the basket. Once again, FEU allowing Hussaini to go to his right, which is his strong side of the basket. Force him to go left, force him to use his left hand, as he has really broken the backs of FEU today. A chance for him to put more breathing room for the Blue Eagles. They're on top by a solitary point of 58-57. Less than 5 minutes left here in the fourth.
The only guy scoring for Ateneo right now. 32 points. 5
Amazing.
points.
Amazing.
5 points in the fourth quarter. He scored 6 in the first, 10 in the second, 12 in the third. Has 5 now. He is 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Make that 5 out of 6. With under 5 minutes to play and enough to breathe a little. A 3-point lead for the unbeaten Ateneo. 14 on the 24 for FEU, who have been tugging on the shirts of the Blue Eagles. An offensive foul, is it? No, it's a foul on Chris Chu. That will be his third. And Chris Chu, the missing link here, averaging 15.4 points in season 71, only 5 points in 26 minutes. And Chris Chu, I think, the fourth leading scorer of the league so far.
Hasn't been limited to single digit for the entire season so far. Has been the least productive game in season 71 for Chris Chu. But of course, he loves the fourth quarter. He loves the clutch.
Yes. He is fourth in scoring behind JV Castro, Jervy Cruz, and Dylan Ababu so far in season 71. Fernandez is fifth, actually. And he is struggling today. Baroka muscles his way in.
Smart play there coming from Baroka. 11 points to lead his team in scoring. Playing excellent defense here, and Jai Reyes almost forcing a turnover. The advantage of Mark Baroka is predicated on his ability to play back to the basket. Pretty much the way Denok Miranda did during his time for FEU.
They're taking out the point guard, talking about Ateneo. Coach Norman Black sending Ryan Buenafe back in. They took out Jai Reyes, so we expect Ryan and Chris Chu to alternate, maybe even Bachman Austria to bring down this leather. 4-16, Raba Hussaini has been able to dismantle the defenses of FEU today, but they are only ahead by 1.
Shot clock 28 seconds.
Chris Chu taking the inbound. Ryan Buenafe posting up. Mark Baroka, smart move by Coach Norman Black. He has that advantage, and he takes advantage.
Getting the benefit of the proper timing. Able to sub for their point guard. Went to the mismatch. Splendid move on the part of Coach Norman, pushing the right button. Breathing room at 3 points for Ateneo, 62-59.
How about that? 1 out of 9 from the field, Ronnie. That was his first. And what a crucial shot. But on the other hand, Benedict Fernandez manufactures some sort of a shot to give themselves a 3-point play opportunity.
And now FEU playing fearless basketball, just playing and close to the basket, attacking the frontline defense of Ateneo.
Caught on our Smart Instant Replay, brought to you by Smart. Look at that, initiating the contact and then dismissing Nonoy Baclao in the process.
Outside defense was present, but that is just experience working there for Benedict Fernandez. 62-61, 3 and 43, 62 all.
40 out of 9 from the field for Benedict Fernandez, and only the second deadlock in the ball game. And 3:39 remaining, and a foul called on Benedict Fernandez. Chris Chu looking at his jaw if it's there still. Remember, Eric Salamat out of the ball game with a broken jaw.
I remember the game of FEU against De La Salle perfectly well, dude. When there was an unsportsmanlike foul slapped on FEU that resulted into that losing cause for them. Buti na lang, hindi unsportsmanlike yung tinawag. Instead, it will be a personal foul. 3:38.
And they bring them together, Chris Chu and Benedict. Here's that play, here's that foul, that's the foul. Nothing dangerous, nothing unsportsmanlike. Probably a little bump. Chris Chu adding a little juice to it too.
If you can get an advantage or so for flopping, and Chris Chu taking wonder away from Benedict Fernandez. And in a game as close as this, any kind of advantage that you can gain that can lift your team to a victory will be very much welcome by your respective coaches.
Especially if you're shooting 84% from the line, as Chris Chu is shooting here in season 71 of the UAAP.
He has struggled from the offensive end after hitting the first basket of the game with a three-point shot. Only 7 points this ball game so far from Chris Chu.
But little help from him and Ryan Buenafe, because Hussaini might be a little gassed out right now.
And why not? More
Been
than
working
30
like a
points.
horse.
It might be an understatement.
10 on the 24. Does FEU have one last run in them to snatch this win? Baroka, Rainmaker is short. Offensive rebound. Cervantes barges through. No go. And the ball ends up with Adolfo. Fernandez thought about shooting, but they have a fresh shot clock. 3 minutes to play here at the Araneta Coliseum. Baroka gets Chu. Inside to Ramos. Baroka, hesitation move. He loses it with 5 seconds on their shot clock.
Baroka trying to take over in the last phase of this game. And let's see if Benedict Fernandez will be able to help on the offensive end. Crucial yung dalawang free throws na ibinigay na yun kay Chris Chu.
Fernandez pops out, takes a 3. Nothing there. And Raba Al-Hussaini comes away with another rebound and a scratched face. Ryan moving along, sending it out to Chris. Raba sends it back to Chu. 10 on their 24. Raba double team on him. Baclao looking for Chris Chu. They have 4 to shoot. Nonoy Baclao getting inside, left-handed shot. What patience by Ateneo.
Where's the resistance there coming from FEU? That's a difficult left-handed shot. Came from Nonoy Baclao. FEU scoreless in the last minute of action. Ateneo 2 free throws, and that difficult shot coming from Baclao's 4-point margin. Only 2 minutes and 8 seconds left here in this ball game.
44 inside points by Ateneo. Will it be enough though? Their average is 37, best in the league, but today 44 against the 20 of FEU. But even that is not enough to ensure a win, as they are only behind by 4, 66-62.
Warning on number 16, Marlon
Adolfo,
Adolfo.
second motion, the elbow thrown, given a warning by the referees. Emotions really now very high here in the Araneta, not only from the players, but the spectators themselves. Fernandez pops out once again. Last 2 minutes brought to you by PS Bank. Simple. Ramos out to Baroka, 15 seconds to execute. 8 on the 24. Fernandez makes his move. Great close out there. Oh, and a tip in. Real Cervantes able to get a hand in there.
It's not a defensive stop. You do not get the defensive rebound because of that failed stop by Ateneo. FEU only down by 2.
And a missed opportunity by Nonoy Baclao off the assist from Chris Chu. Baroka. They send it out to Fernandez. Top of the circle. Spins out, but is fouled by Bacon Austria.
Back over the limit are the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Oh, over the limit are the Ateneo Blue Eagles. We will check in a short while how many timeouts are left for these two coaches as FEU refusing to quit. A minute and 21 as Baroka, Fernandez, and Cervantes keeping FEU in this ballgame down by only 2, 66-64.
3 out of 6 from the free throw line for Benedict Fernandez today. And he's short.
Yung sinasabi natin kanina, kung kakailanganin ni Benedict Fernandez yung confidence niya, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa dulo from the free throw line.
Now at 3 out of 7. Perimeter points, FEU with 30, Ateneo with 9. That's what has kept them in this game, despite the discrepancy in the inside points. 4 out of 8. And Ateneo needs this timeout as the lead is only a precarious 1-point lead. Let's go into a Samsung timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, our Nike Hyper Play of the Quarter. Just do it. The eye in the sky between Kirk Long and Rabah Hussaini, who has 33 points, 20 rebounds. Second 2020 this season, Jervy Cruz, as we mentioned earlier. But more importantly, in the last 6 years, that's the most points scored in a game in the elimination round, tying Ken Bono, 33 points, August 26, 2006. Wow.
Definitely wow. But here in the fourth, FEU outscoring Ateneo 19-11. They're only down by 1 with Ateneo in possession.
Great defense by Real Cervantes.
Total collapse there against Hussaini. Didn't give off that extra pass. FEU, with only a minute left, still has 2 timeouts left under their belt.
Under a minute to play. Hang on to your seats. It is a 1-point lead. FEU erases it!
The extra pass has come into play for FEU in the fourth quarter. Lutel creating that action for Ramos, who knocks in that backbreaker of a jumper. Just like that, FEU in front, 67-66.
We have a Samsung timeout. Imagination lives. The Araneta Coliseum is rocking so far here as we look at a power rate, power rebound, power rate. Sports is what you make it. 1-point lead FEU, 47 seconds remaining. Aldrich Ramos contributing to the 32 perimeter points of FEU. Only 9 for Ateneo, all caught on our smart instant replay. No more timeouts for Ateneo, and they have been shooting miserably in the fourth. 3 out of 12.
And the scoring ways of Hussaini now will be called upon by Coach Norman Black, especially here in the last part of this quarter.
Don't discount the other players like Chris Chu. And a turnover? No, it stays with Ateneo with 12 under 24. Rabah, by the way, is 1 out of 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Because of that scrappy defense on the interior by FEU. No open jumpers. But if you're FEU today, this part of this ball game, you have to put a close watch on Chris Chu. He loves this type of a ball game.
Games that are decided 5 points or less, Ronnie, FEU is 2-0. Ateneo's closest win was a 6-point win. Chris Chu throws up the 3. That's short. And FEU handles possession, and a foul is called. This is not over yet.
Not yet over, but with 23 seconds left, FEU on top by 1. A chance for them to go up by 3 points. With Ateneo having no more timeouts. But still not over here, not over. We have to make 2 free throws.
23 seconds. Let's look at this head and shoulders crucial stop. Mine definitely on the game, not dandruff. With head and shoulders, stop dandruff from coming back. It is Marlon Adolfo on the spotlight. 75% from the line. And even if he makes this 2, 1 more play for Ateneo. And you do remember last Sunday, you and me, Ronnie.
Birthday mo yun.
Not that I'm suggesting anything.
Ay, mabaw mo eh, ha?
4 players in double figures for FEU. Ramos, Fernandez, Cervantes, and Baroka. While for Ateneo, 1 player. Here we go. 23 seconds. 3-point lead for FEU, and everybody and his mother standing up here at the Araneta Coliseum. They need a 3 to tie. Chris Chu is challenged, and that is a rebound courtesy of Real Cervantes, and a foul given up by Jai Reyes with 8.7 seconds remaining. Chris Chu was challenged on the 3.
It's all about defense for FEU here in the last part of the ball game. We talked about them not being able to stop Hussaini in the first 3.5 quarters, but in the end, they were able to clamp down on the scorers of Ateneo. Just patience and defense working wonders for Coach Glenn Capasio.
This will be free throws 27 and 28 for FEU. They are 15 of 26 so far.
That's simply too much for Ateneo to give up against a team struggling from the outside. 8.7 seconds left.
And Ronnie, and the best defensive team in the league, only allowing 60.8 points a game. That score is already up to 70, possibly 71.
For the team was limited to only 46 with an outburst here of 24 markers. That's got to hurt for Ateneo.
And that is a killer rebound by Marlon Adolfo. FEU will walk away, and the slamma jamma with a cherry on the ice cream. The throwdown and the exclamation point as FEU has won 4 straight games, and we have a triple tie at first place, Ronnie.
Between Ateneo, De La Salle, and FEU, the giant killers of the 2001 season, once again playing inspired basketball, winning 2 games for Marnel Baracael. Their wounded comrade just throws the race for the Final Four in a topsy-turvy one.
We're taking a break, and we will be back to wrap this baby up. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, and FEU celebrating their 4th straight win. 26 points in the 4th quarter to the 11 of Ateneo. Well-deserved, hung around, and then snatched the carpet out of the feet of Ateneo in the last few minutes.
Pretty much what they have been doing for the entire season. And I really felt that they had to thank this guy, someone who kept this team together after struggling offensively for almost the entirety of the game. Great composure, heads-up play coming from Mark Baroka.
Samsung Best Player brought to you by Samsung. With Samsung, imagination lives. FEU is 3-0 when games are decided 5 points or less. As we go to our PS Bank Maasahan player, your choice, Ron.
Well, 4 scorers in double digits for a team which only produced 36 points, like the 31 in the first half, suddenly erupting for about 28 points in the 4th quarter. We had to give it to Aldrich Ramos, who hit the biggest shot of the game for FEU. Cold-blooded jumper from the left flank. And really, the composure, the heart, the emotion kicking in for FEU. Winning the 2nd consecutive ball game for their wounded comrade, Marnel Baracael.
And riding a crest of a 4-game winning streak to tie Ateneo and La Salle at the top at 5-1. There is, as you mentioned, Aldrich Ramos and that big shot at the end. One of the 4 players who got into double figures for the Tamaraos.
Imagine mo naman, halos buong laro, dominated sila ni Hussaini, but in the end, FEU stealing this game away from the dominant play of Raba.
Well, Real Cervantes with that slamma jamma at the end of it all, giving him 14 points, our champ of the game. Big Burger goodness like no other. That gave them the insurance as we look at our Samsung winning break.
Yes, something out of nothing, out of that broken play. Utel once again playing big, but not bigger than that shot coming from Aldrich Ramos.
Best defensive team, allowing 72 points in this ball game. As Raba Hussaini unconscious today, but only shot 1 out of 3 in the 4th quarter. As our Accenture high-performance defining moment, high-performance delivered. Do not take away anything from this kid. But now you mentioned 2 players who have gotten into the double, the 2020 club, and both lost those games. Jeremy Cruz and Raba Hussaini.
Could have been a special day today for Raba. The piece of St. Ignatius. Instead, FEU once again playing the spoilers role from pretenders to contenders in season 71.